Did Scotland bottle it or were we brought down by the man that likes a bottle? Welcome back to Fog Football. We've just seen the Steve Clarke post-match presser, which he took a drink of a glass bottle, put the lid back on it, looked a wee bit glazy, a wee bit cloudy in the eyes. What was going on there? But we look cloudy. It's rainy days.
Tell you what, I wish it was cloudier at Hampden tonight, then we maybe wouldn't have seen this shite game of football for 90 minutes, man. Goddamn awful. From start to finish. Yeah, we had a decent opening 10-15 minutes, but that can't be the saving grace. Oh, we looked decent in the opening 10-15 minutes, so let's just forgive the 3-0 scoreline. It was a shite performance, right? Maybe not from start to finish, but for about the 15th minute onwards, it was crap. Never looked like getting back into the game. Commentary noted that we improved a little bit after the triple substitution. We got into the grease box like one time. I mean, if that's an improvement, then Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Team selection was wrong, but honestly, I don't care. I don't care what the team selection was. It could have been 11 Grant Hanleys on the pitch. We shouldn't have been as bad as we were.
I agree, and you know what? It's not going to be made out as bad as this, but it's like, why is there not a reaction like there should be? No. See, we lost 3-0 to Kazakhstan.
That was bad. I mean, Greece are a step above Kazakhstan.
No, they are. Yeah, but we are steps above what we were then. Got a fact, and we were at home.
Performance-wise, I have to if I look back at other Steve Clarke performances, the one that this would kind of remind me of is maybe the. I was going to say the 1-0 against Northern Ireland, but we probably weren't that bad that night, were we?
That
was a shocking game.
Bogging.
That was a shocking game. That was at Glasgow. I was in Hampden, wasn't it?
The game in Dublin, we lost 3-0.
That was another bad game.
Tell you what, Steve Clarke's got a lot of shite games under his belt.
He's got some good results, but he's got a lot of bad games as well.
Yeah. Like we've said it a million, we should be beaten. I think we should be beating every home nation outside of England.
Oh, aye.
You know what I mean? And did we underestimate Greece? No, I don't think we did. I think Greece deserved to win on Thursday, and I think over the course of the two legs, they absolutely deserved to win. I think there's no complaining about that. I mean, maybe 180 minutes, I'd say we were the better team for about 60. But here, football is not just a third. You have to play every minute, guys, and we didn't. But let's see.
Got to make every minute count.
And we didn't. Steve Clarke. I mean, it's just...
He makes every sip count, I'll tell you that.
He does, but just, facilitate... I mean, Grant Hanley, right, plays for Birmingham, and he's barely played, apparently. League One. Why is he starting? Why is he starting? Scott McKenna is playing in La Liga.
You know what? I mean, I get that, but my issue isn't really with Grant Hanley. Like, yeah, I wish Grant Hanley wasn't in the team, absolutely. But for me, it was a shite performance. I thought Christie was horrible. People were actually freaking. Well, not freaking out, but people were saying that we were going to miss him in the opening leg, the opening tie. I mean, he was shite tonight.
It is absolutely
no, but I think we're at the stage now where Lewis Ferguson should not be benched for Ryan Christie.
No, but
I don't care how good a season Ryan Christie's having.
No, but Christie should play where McLean plays, and then you put Ferguson in over thingy.
Agreed, but let's say he wants to persist with Kenny McLean.
Well, why though?
But
Ryan Christie's been one of the best centre mids in the English Premier League.
Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, right? And McLean has top secret information on Clarke, right? He's got information that could end his marriage and all this stuff, right?
Hanley does as well.
Let's say McLean has to start. For me, Christie is no longer ahead of Ferguson. I don't think people actually rate or acknowledge how good Ferguson's been since leaving Aberdeen. This isn't a guy who, is worth a couple of £1 million anymore, or a guy that we don't know whether or not he's good enough to play for Rangers. This is a guy that is lighting up Serie A. This is a guy that has won anytime Bologna win games. He's always like man of the match. Anytime you see a Bologna game, he's getting won at man of the match. He's getting goals.
He's been better than Billy Gilmore.
He's
over in Italy.
Absolutely
superior.
He's getting linked to Milan, Juventus, Inter, Rome. He's getting like all these big moves, and I've no doubt that he will not be at Bologna forever. I think sooner or later he will make that move. I mean, this is a guy that is genuine. He's not world class but he's a great player, and I just don't think he should be behind Ryan Christie in a pecking order.
No, neither do I. And the problem is, I mean, what age is Kenny McLean? He must be 33, man.
33, 34.
It's like, what are we doing? Honestly, I think there's a case that Lewis Ferguson's the first name on the midfielder team sheet.
I would
Between him and McTominay.
A couple of years ago, I couldn't imagine McGinn not being the first name, but yeah, for me right now, McGinn's.
I'd say McTominay or Ferguson. But it's a Premier League bias. I think that's what it is, man. But I thought Clark wasn't like that. There was no excuse for Lewis Ferguson. I mean,
Even England bias. Sometimes if you play in England, even if you play in the Championship, you're deemed better than.
No, but people are saying, "Oh, but look, he brought Ferguson on. He did nothing. We were 3-0 down." What did they want Ferguson? We actually got better, by the way. No, I mean, anyway, let's see what people have said. We've ranted and raved enough. You and Cameron. He's pinned it. Tonight was poor all round, but I'm convinced Steve Clarke hasn't been watching Ryan Christie for the last 2 seasons. Oh God, he's written a lot here. For Bournemouth, Christie's been playing a deeper role, and his pressing has led to 156 turnovers of possession, epitomising the front foot approach that has been a hallmark of Bournemouth's game under Areola. Christie has become so central to the manager's thinking. Steve Clarke thinks Christie is a right winger and would rather play Kenny McLean in the deeper role over Christie. Even when Clarke made the substitutions, he moved McGinn to the deeper role and kept Christie at right wing. For fuck's sake. Totally agree with you and Cameron. Don't understand what Clarke's on, man. It's like, we've got a lot of midfielders, right? The thing you can do, Clarke, is at least play them in the right positions. It's not all down... Like, let's not turn it into it's all Kenny McLean's fault, because a lot of players were shite tonight. Like, let's not get it. Thought Shea Adams no good. We need a number 9 that's good, don't we?
For me, I've always been Dykes over Adams.
Well, Dykes is wearing a moon boot, so he's at the equation.
I think Dykes would have played better tonight with that boot on, to be honest.
Probably would have.
Would have played much worse.
It's a big fucking boot, but
I need a boot up the hole. That's what they need.
I just don't get it with Clarke. I don't. The striker position's always the Queen's laughing. What a complete disaster. The BBC commentary goes off for the first minute of the first half and then resumes 3 seconds ahead of what's on TV. Then we lose 4-0, relegate to League B, playing like San Marino. What a joke. Looks like it's time to sack the manager.
Pretty sure we lost 3-0, mate.
It was almost 4-0, but AI, who's who?
Nobody has shite. It's just
looks like Connor Barron in the top right, though. Don't worry, they'll never take away the 0-0 against England from you. That was a great win, wasn't it? Where are we going? Nick Rose, I feel for you guys. It's not Steve Clarke's fault. You were just unlucky to face a brand new golden age of 7 to 8 wonder kids who will all be playing for world class teams over the next couple of years. Don't be too hard on yourselves. Do your research. Fuck up, Nick Rose. How about those apples, alright, big man? Because see this 7 to 8 wonder kids. They had that guy at 17 and a few other decent players, but let's not pretend this Greece team has got 8 wonder kids and the other like 12 guys are world class. To lose 3-0 is utterly disgraceful.
Yeah, we've got some good potential wonder kids on our team, but didn't they get a chance?
I know, no, where is Lennon Miller? No, seriously. No, see at half time when we're 2-0 down, is that not the sort of game that like Lennon Miller can come on and make a point?
Yeah,
even Lewis Ferguson, right? We've hyped him up. Why not bring him on at 2-0 down? Brings him on at fucking 3-0 down.
See if I'm Clarke. See at half time, I look at Lennon Miller and I go, you think you're going to be the best Scottish player? Go out and prove it. Bring him on.
Aye, sack
Give him
Clarke,
45 minutes.
Sack Clarke. Steve Clarke has to go. Tartan Tits more upset at me than their home country is why you're shit. See this?
You'll better go fuck yourself. What a disgrace, man. Guys probably Scottish, supports Rangers, man. He'll be cheering on England. What a loser. Fucking Fanny and Daft Sweaties. Steve Clarke looks fucking gone in that image, to be honest, doesn't he? Oh, it's a good job they're sponsored by Lido, because I know they sell cheap booze, and that's probably where he was heading after that match.
Going.
Good
effort, lads. Battered by Greece. I mean, that's kind of funny, that. Into that image. It's not done yet, and then fucking 3. Tell you what, it wasn't 2 minutes after they scored. They've just made it look like that.
Nah, it was literally about 29 seconds.
Brutal.
If that.
Select the person this account is impersonating. Funny image, I guess. Right, this is a shame, an embarrassment for the fans. They don't deserve this at all. Just a fucking El Generico engagement tweet. Jimmy Perez, sack him now. Jimmy McIntosh, that was grim. Not his slack like shite up the back.
Yeah, I seen a video of two big, massive fat guys with huge tits fighting at full time.
That wasn't.
Was
That's
Scotland?
ages ago.
Was that ages ago?
Aye, people are just that's doing the numbers because people all think it's the day. It was ages ago.
I wonder what result that was. It must have been Kakistan.
No, the kit's too recent. I would say
Maybe it was that
probably,
Northern Result. That was bad.
that was bad.
It was pretty poor. Like.
Freedom podcast. Change that picture. There's sort of fuck all to do with Ferguson. Maybe if the buffoon had started him right enough, we wouldn't have been 3-0 down in 46 minutes. I know, like, why put Lewis Ferguson on the image?
You know what? We should be sticking the likes of bloody Clark and Christie and Hanley and all those guys and Shea Adams. Stick those fuckers on it.
Oh,
John McGinn. You know what's annoying about John McGinn? He might not put in the worst performance right out of everybody, but you expect more for him. It doesn't matter, right? See, like, trying to think of star players here. Like Shankland, right? Maybe he necessarily doesn't put in the worst performance for Hearts all the time, but because you expect more from him, sometimes he's the most disappointing.
No, I tell you what, I think with McGinn, I think the better Aston Villa get, the worse he gets.
Like, see if Argentina had a shiter, everyone looks at Messi.
Aye.
It's not necessarily because Messi's had the worst game, but it's because you know what Messi can do. And everybody in the team, you expect him to be the one that can deliver. And I expect John McGinn to grab these games and get us over the line. And for the past, 18 months, he's been not good enough.
We're 2-3-0 down, right? And this isn't a team with no experience. You've got Andy Robertson, right? Hanley, right? Even like John Suter, Craig Gordon. I'm not saying the goalie can do a lot, but you've got a midfield, right? I mean, Lewis Ferguson, despite a lack of experience for the national team, was captain of Bologna, isn't he? So, I mean, that has to be worth something. Then you've got other guys. Shea Adams been a part of this team for a long time, right? You've got Christie, McTominay. I mean, Gilmore is an experienced member of this team. I don't understand why we're 2-3-0 down and didn't. But that's the thing.
Bring back Callum McGregor.
No, is this the Nations League, right? Say this is the Euros or the World Cup. I think there's more of a reaction. I think they just don't give a fuck about the Nations League to a point. We're 3-0 down, who cares? Let's not get injured. We've got club football to play the rest of the year. That's what it feels like to me.
Could you argue if this was the Euros, though, we wouldn't have been 3-0 down?
Well, you could argue that. But then Clark picks shite teams, like flies land on shite. So
other than that Germany game, which I'm willing to let go because we're down to 10 men and opening game, and that's Germany into home nation. Yeah, we've not really conceded much. Right, we did. I think we conceded 3 against Croatia.
Aye, but was it 3? 3-2?
3-1. All right, 2 against Czech Republic. That was pretty pish.
So what you're saying is we're shite.
It's just a bad result. I'm trying to make excuses for Clark, but it's not happening.
Yeah, I know. I don't get though. It's like you're right. Defensively against like Portugal, we've been brilliant. Even the game on Thursday, we were good defensively. And then the night just goes all at the windy. Could have ended about 5 or 6. But Mark Simpson.
No, but I look at the Switzerland and Hungary games at the Euros. We didn't really. Yeah, we conceded a goal in each of those games, but the Hungary game, that was just last kick of the ball. In the Switzerland game, that was rousing.
I think with Clark, we're beginning to think we've wasted a lot of players in years.
That's what would worry me about Scotland. I'm looking at it, and I don't know. I no longer think, this is a young and upcoming team. I think the time for us to start achieving historic results and performances and in tournaments is now. Because, why just John McGinn's 29, 30?
Yeah.
Time the World Cup comes around, time he gets to the next Euros, he's going to be 43?
Aye.
44? Players retire. I mean, Cal McGregor's already retired for international football. You don't know how long the likes of McGinn, McTominay are going to stick around.
I mean, Lewis Ferguson is 25. You know what I mean? He doesn't need any more time to bed in.
Lewis Ferguson he's a finished maybe not the finished product, but he should be starting these games.
And Lennon Miller, man, it's fucking just get him in. I mean, yeah, he brought Wilson on, but he was desperate. You see how many people he fucked forward, man?
See, you know what, man? See if Clark went, look, this is my last World Cup. or this is my last tournament, and I want to stick with my guys, and that's why he's giving Kenny McLean and Hanley that like I know one last shot at a tournament. Fair enough. But see, after this World Cup qualification, we need to be moving on.
He's a disingenuous bastard. He backs up, right, fucking Lennon Miller and doesn't give him a minute.
I just don't think it's good for the future that we're... Right, we lost 3-0 tonight. Would we have lost any worse if we went with Miller instead of McLean?
No. I don't think...
Well, let's say we did. 90 minutes under Miller's spell is going to be better than 90 minutes under McLean's.
Yes, Kenny McLean shouldn't have 50 caps for Scotland, man. Especially in this era where the midfield's been absolutely stacked.
See if he's going to pick Kenny McLean. For me, it's a guy that comes on with 15 minutes. I cannot believe Kenny McLean is now starting matches for us.
I know.
That's how bad it's got to.
When we're not lacking in that area, man.
How the fuck is McLean starting and Lewis Ferguson sitting on the bench?
No, but I said earlier, like, Luke McCoy, Lyle Cameron, Barron. I mean, club allegiances aside, right? Would you not rather those guys be getting even more minutes than a Kenny McLean? Mental, fucking boo, bloody shambles, sort it out. Steve Clark's enough. Well, that was piss poor. The manager and players are hopeless tonight. Someone explain those substitutions to me. I can't. Should be the first Scotland manager to ever be sacked at full time. I can agree with that. Anyway, folks, that's where we're going to leave it. Piss poor for Scotland, and when do we return with these internationals? I believe it's June. This was brutal. I think it's two years to the day almost that we beat Spain 2-0. That feels like fucking donkeys ago, doesn't it?
Aye, a lifetime ago.
And I just think it's beginning to get to a point where I think Steve Clark's wasting these players.
I can see that.
No, because like, see with Lewis Ferguson, we're not talking about, he's burst onto the scene this season. This guy should have been in Scotland set up for a few years now, at least, man. And he doesn't. And it's like, how long do you want to hold guys back? And then George Hurst or whatever, he's bringing him on. Well, what's he done?
Yeah, I get Shankland, right, has not performed well this season. But how many times did he keep picking at Adams and Lyndon Dykes and they were not performing at all at club level?
I know.
I just feel like Shankland's being punished. I'd much rather start with Shankland up front than Shea Adams.
Yo,
and the only thing I'll say is, right, Shea Adams, I think, has been doing good in Serie A. He has been banging in goals, or Serie B, whichever one he's in.
Sorry, yeah.
So I get that his form's decent, but it's just frustrating that, you know, when Shankland was in good form, he could never get a game. And he kept picking Dykes and Adams, even though at club level, domestically, they were shite. And now, as soon as Shankland goes off the boil at club level, for some reason, he can't get a sniffy a call.
I mean, I get why he's not picking him, right? Because the goals have dried up, and he's kind of playing as a 10, and we don't really need midfielders, right? But my problem with Clark is we had a striker banging in, you know, high 20s, 30s levels of goals, and he wasn't starting them. You know what I mean? We sat through in the summer of those Hungary Switzerland games, and he didn't bring him on like the 89th minute. You know what I mean? That's disgusting, man. I don't care what you say. That's no right. Anyway, because, when's the next time Scotland's going to have a striker that's banging in like 30 odd goals a season? We might never in the foreseeable future. I mean, you have to start with them. Anyway, till next time. Peace.